Hello everyone. I want to go in this video a little bit deeper on that concept of sharing your insights. What I see happening quite often in social media feeds or somewhere else is that we are reposting that what resonates to us. So your favorite author, your favorite quote, your specific idea that you have upon someone. And my journey, my really next level into stepping into my power was being that author. So that means I am sharing my insights upon the world, that of what I just read or saw. Like, I know someone that overcame cancer, like a very deep, like a very advanced state of cancer, with like meditation and a lot of nutrition insights, values, like stuff that he did, and many more things. I've got no idea how he actually did it. And based on all of his research of all of the stuff that he found, like that by itself is so amazing. Like it's impossibly how amazing that is. And how nice would it be if he was able to share all of his insights during that whole, it could be 2 years, 3 years. I have no idea how long that he was fighting this, processing this illness. And like that's partially what I'm doing right now as well, like sharing the insights that I have that like really resonate with me as an individual, and then creating content out of that to make that available for those who are currently following me. And it's not like me, but it's following my journey. But that starts with publicizing your journey, so publicizing the insights. And the more and more that I'm doing it, the more and more that I'm actually skilled to speak up in conversations. Like I remember the time that I had in the past with like me wanting to say something at the end of the or in the corner of the rooms, like, guys, like, this is my opinion. So it starts off really small. Like it's okay if you just write down your insights that you have for yourself. Like, oh, this really resonated because. Why does it resonate for you as an individual? Like, ask yourself that question. Well, it resonates because it makes me feel better, because it unlocks a certain insight. Well, it creates a certain insight that you had. Like, share that insight. Like, I'm really inviting you to do that. Because what I'm seeing in the whole whitened state is that like, everyone as an individual is so amazingly powerful and so amazingly. It's not even worth it, because there's no such thing as worth it or not worth it. It's just like it's filled with potential in that growth. Like there's not even an I am enough statement or something like that. I'll create a video upon that later on, but that's a different topic. But what I see is something that I was struggling with myself as well. Like, who am I to um, say things, to share things? Who am I to say that? Who made me the expert? These are actually things that I heard from my environment, from the people that I worked with, from family, friends, not so much, but specifically like colleagues who made me the expert on productivity, even though I have a lot of challenges upon that myself. Well, because of that, because you're struggling with that yourself, that's what kind of made you the expert. I had that conversation today with someone on the job that I'm doing right now. I'm being a team leader for a cleaning crew, and I was talking to a different team leader, and it is yeah. I don't know how we came upon that specific one, but it was more that idea of like I'm really curious about like, what's driving her, like what's inside of her mind, what kind of insight is she having? Because I mentioned to her already how far that she was in her own. I call that the spiritual journey, and that's for me like that connectedness into the self, like being in state of relaxation there. Because I noticed her already like a couple of weeks, and I was like, huh, you're already such a delight to be around. Um, if we are not focused too much on the negative past and like recreating the reality and us having a negative impact from that past reality that we had. And that's a very interesting idea of like, yeah, how is she dealing that with that stuff? Even though she is also experiencing a lot of negativity in her work and from her colleagues. Like, how did she like overcame that? What kind of epiphany did she had internally? And what I noticed is people don't really listen to information. They do, but not really. They listen for the vibrational state, so for the teacher basically. Because I am using words or language or method of speaking, like my vocabulary, not even the vocabulary, but like um, uh, the voice character, the voice image. Finn talks about that quite often, the voice image. And it could be that you're resonating with it, or it could be that you're fully disconnecting from that idea. Both of them are fine. Like, I've got my own teachers that I've like really intensely followed, and now I'm like, why did I follow that person? Like, I've kind of feel like a disconnect because of that. And that's partially because everything is, or at least this is my perception, so listen for insights, once again. Um, because it's based on that concept of and the map of consciousness. Some people resonate with you and some people don't. And it's not directly correlated to um, you resonating with them as an individual, but you're resonating with their belief system at that moment comparison to your own belief system. And if that's closely linked together, then you can say like, yeah, I'm kind of like following him. And not even closely linked, but if that vibrational state is a little bit higher in comparison to like pro-life and positivity and goodness and oneness and uh, you feeling you feeling love and enlightenment if you want to like add that um, spiritual layer upon that. Um, yeah, so like the authors that you're following are most probably those who make you a little feeling a little bit better comparison to your current state that you are in emotionally yourself, or like that little part of dissatisfying part. So that could be judgment, angerness, fear, and despair. It could be so many things. And you following that specific author is making you feel better. So that's a very interesting underlying thought. So I'm really going to invite you to go to your social media feeds and unfollow those people who make you feel worse. Like really tune into yourself. Like if I'm going to watch this video, does this make me feel better or worse? Do that with your social media feed everywhere. That is one of the best things that I've personally done in the past. Well, I had some more amazing insights, but like that was one of the amazing steps. Um, just now, just today, I had a message of BBC, I think, or Fox. I think it was BBC. I'm like, politics, like that duality in a specific way, like um, pros and cons and all of that discussion. Like, if I'm going to watch the video, then it will make me feel worse. So then I just clicked on the account and unfollowed the account. Apparently, I was still following it. And for me as an individual, it's unbelievable what kind of strength and impact that I could have as a result out of that. So I'm really going to invite you into doing that task. Yeah. And later on, so unfollow those who make you feel worse and sharing your insights. If you're having an amazing quote, like write down what that quote did to you as an individual. Uh, that will make everyone's life better, basically. What I'm currently doing, when people are reposting a lot of stuff from someone else, like I'm unfollowing them. Sorry, but then we're not a match anymore. I still got you in my system, so I still like know who you are, like how can I reach you, but I'm like defollowing a lot of people because of that, and it makes me feel great because I'm very curious about you as an individual, but I'm not really curious about like who are you following, because that person can have a different vibrational state comparison to what I need. So let me end it off with that one. Thank you very much and see you next time. Bye bye.